So last month, it was me, Ryan, and Chris, and we talked about
How much you missed us?
totally, yeah. We talked about Patreon episodes 1 through 3. So I figured we could talk about episode 4 here, and we could talk about Chris's thing if you have listened to it.
Okay.
That would be
Hashtag spoiler alert.
yeah. I should probably let's see. Edit spoiler alert. Save.
Oh my God.
There. I changed the title to spoiler alert.
Nice.
And then I guess I could change the description too. Spoilers for Patreon episode 4 and what was the thing that what did he name it?
What was it called? It was Galio's like
celebration.
Right. Oh, I'm so bright. Patreon.
You could just say "and Chris's baby." They won't know if we're talking about kids or.
It's true. That's true. Galio's Harmony Celebration.
Yeah, there it is.
Save. All right. We did it.
Yay.
All right. So if I recall correctly, episode 4 of the Patreon show was the armor fight.
That sounds right.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've recorded episode 5, but we don't talk about it. Alex, send me your file, FYI. So how was that combat?
It was a lot more difficult than I expected in the beginning of like whatever you call those things. I'm blanking.
the name of the enemy?
No, like the whole like story itself.
Module.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's what was the? I can look it up. I can look up the encounter level. Where's my PDF? There you are. PDF. This was not the dining room. It was the armor hall. The encounter level was 10.
And what level are we?
8. So
nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty difficult encounter.
Yeah.
It was the small guys weren't. I mean, the biggest issue was the fact that they came back to life. You guys were doing pretty well against the smaller dudes, and then the big dude, he packed a big punch.
Yeah. And he was always in the way.
Yeah, and I played him wrong, so.
Oh. So wait, should that have been a TPK?
I don't know about that, but it would have been way more difficult. Let's see. It had... Okay, I don't think I rolled a 19 or a 20 with it. But it had combat reflexes. Which it lets you take... It would have let me take, let's see... 3 attacks of opportunity in a round instead of just the normal 1. 2 or 3.
Yikes.
What's 15 dex? Is that plus 2? Alex? Yeah. So 2 attacks of opportunity in a round. So it's not that much better, but yeah. But someone has a new Rancière, though. Didn't you take it, Alex?
Yeah.
Pretty good weapon.
Well, minus the the reach factor that allows you not to be able to fight within 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess technically that's spoilers for the next episode, since we didn't dole out the loot until after the fact. So yeah, how was level? Like, I kind of regret starting at level 8 because I'm not used to Pathfinder.
I like starting out at higher levels.
Yeah, I mean, it would be better if I was like, I don't think I've ever DM'd Pathfinder. So, I mean, I know the rules, kind of, sort of. I mean, we haven't played Pathfinder in a while, and only like every once in a while. Like, I think the last time we played was just like a year ago, maybe. Like
Something like that. It was like a little off, like a little special, wasn't it?
it wasn't recorded.
Well,
But
never mind.
yeah, we played, and yeah, I don't know the rules as well as I know Starfinder, and I don't know Starfinder very well either.
All right.
But that's why I tried to have, like, I have a Google Doc that just has like stuff that I'm like, this is gonna come up, and of course I forgot something. And then so Alex, how do you like playing this class that you're playing?
I don't know. Like, we haven't really had a lot of experiences inside of the box, so.
Ask him next month.
Even by then, I'll have had like
That's
maybe
true.
like a minute's worth of time being the class that I am.
Yeah.
It's the issue with releasing a monthly show is you barely spend any time in it.
Yeah.
That's why I try to lean towards 2 hours instead of the 1.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea for the Patreon show, unless we go weekly or bi-weekly or something, which maybe in the future. What are your thoughts on the module written as a place where there's no way to get to like a civilization? You're just stuck here.
Is that an open question for both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it's rough. Definitely playing a class that's based out of Alchemist. Like, technically, I'm supposed to have like reagents and stuff to be able to craft all of the potions and extracts and stuff. And knowing that my character's just like trapped in one area is it's rough for that, because I can't like go forage or buy new stuff.
That's true. You can't trust that anything in here is real. So if there happened to be a place to forage inside of this, who knows if it's like a real thing you could actually use, or if it would all somehow explode in your face.
Yeah, that's. I knew that going even before reading the module that you'd be dealing with like illusionary stuff because of the AP. It's kind of not based on, but it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of leaning into, I guess, is based around Fae. I was like, yeah, this is how it's gonna be. But I got it with my game, so I was like, I need to play it anyway. So
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a fun concept. I think from Tawny's point of view, she's probably enjoying it. But me, it is kind of like, I'm like, how long are we gonna be here?
Forever.
Because yeah, like, well, food. But yeah, and what the whole concept of time and space in this thing is all warped. So, so we don't even know how long we've been here or how long we're going to. It's weird.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the PDF to see if there's any. Did you have any questions for me while I'm looking for stuff to ask?
What kind of door are these things made out of? Or what kind of wood are the doors made out of?
Why? Why do you always ask these questions? I think
I just knew it was gonna bother.
It's a dense oak.
Nice. You're like, that's the first type of wood I thought of.
Yep. What do you think about your little companion friend?
I like how positive Glowdrop is. Even while, like, in some cases being extremely useful, in other cases being completely useless. But he's just a happy guy to have around.
Yeah.
I like the idea of in battle and stuff. And I know, I mean, like, what he helps us by like doing his little dance or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to imagine, because he's such a happy little guy, that he's moonwalking and stuff like that, doing all these sweet ass cool dance moves while we're fighting.
He's like Flubber. Yeah. He's got some cool bardic abilities too.
Nice.
I like that I was able to call his type of performance being dance.
Yeah. He doesn't.
Thematically, he's a little fireball, and fire kind of dances around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It doesn't in the stat block here. It literally doesn't say. I had to look it up on Hero Labs. Yeah. Let's see. Bardic performance, 21 rounds per day. Counter song, distraction. So a whole bunch of things, and that's it. That's all it says about. Oh, nope. There. I'm an idiot. There it is. Right there. I'm a moron. Oh, no, that's versatile performance. What's that?
Probably he can sing, dance, cry, act. I don't know why cry was in there, but
I bet he can cry. He can do a real good cry. Let's see what versatile performance is. Come on, Hero Labs. Oh, speaking of Hero Labs, did you see they delayed the release of Pathfinder 1E? A couple days. It was supposed to be coming to Hero Labs Online the day after Christmas, but they had to delay it because they found some bugs or something.
Ew. What kind of bugs?
Cockroaches.
Ew.
Yeah. You may substitute the final value of your perform dance skill for acrobatics or fly checks. That's versatile performance.
Oh.
Weird. Interesting. Let's see here. Since I didn't get to talk to you guys about the first 3 episodes on this show, what were your thoughts on the first 3 episodes?
First 3 episodes.
Let's see. The first episode was getting back to Priden's Hearth and getting to the getting everyone together and getting to the ship. Episode 2 was the fight and then being sucked into a box, a 5-pound box. And then
5.2.
episode 3 was searching through the first 3 rooms and getting into the fight.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I really enjoyed revisiting Pride and Hearth in the first place. I feel like it holds a special place in our hearts.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we would have, but I don't know. I kind of wish we would have explored a little bit of the fact that those, the lizard folk now are like integrated. But, I mean, Chris's kind of did.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I did want to do that, but I didn't want to, I wanted to be on that island by the end of the first episode.
Right.
So that just wasn't enough time.
Yeah. But I mean, I think so far, I think it's a fun group dynamic that we have. I think we have a lot more boisterous people than we usually do, and mostly that's because of Galileo.
Oh yeah, a little bit. I had to turn down his volume a wee bit at times. He was getting a little too excited. I do remember, I think Ryan was complimenting you, Des, on playing your character because you played her in a way where you don't want to talk to her because she's so what's the word? What word did he use? I don't know what the
disgusting.
Maybe that's I don't remember if that's the word he used, but he used something similar to that. Maybe.
I think her social skills could use some work. She does her manners, maybe. Like she's nice, but she may not realize that there are certain ways to go about things.
Yeah. What is her charisma? Just curious.
Oh, I gotta look at that. Hold on.
It's probably
Give me a second.
Is it an 8?
I have no idea. It's probably great. I'm just not playing it right.
Don't dwarves get a -2 to charisma? Right off the bat? Or is that something else? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember. Let's see. Pathfinder dwarves. They are short.
What? No.
Yeah. +2 con, +2 wisdom, and -2 charisma. Right off the bat.
What the heck?
What the heck? I bet I can bring it up before you do.
Probably, because I can't freaking find it. Where is it?
Let's see. Oh, it's loading.
Oh God,
you have an 8. I was right. So yeah, you're playing it perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that idea of like dwarves kind of being a little sloppy though, but not really. I mean, it's part of their life, so they don't really realize they're kind of like that. So it's fun to see people's reactions. Like trying to shake hands and it's like filled with like turkey grease or something.
Let's see here. I think I mentioned it on the last episode, but did I tell you how I came up with did I tell you guys how I did the zombies in episode 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't curious. I was curious if I grafted from another creature into humans, basically. And then kind of just did some stat changes here and there to make it more like, because it's based off The Last of Us zombies. I don't know if you've played it, Des.
Hell no. Most often, the answer is no.
I'm kind of glad that they're making a HBO show about it because that story is so good. And I hope they do a good job. The guy who wrote Chernobyl is the one writing it. So I have high hopes.
Nice. It's good to know they're not going to let you down.
Oh, they might. He did write Scary Movie 3 and 4, so his track record is hit or miss. Any other thoughts on the Patreon show?
I kind of talked about the first 3 episodes and didn't give Alex a chance.
Yeah, Alex, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I guess I second the. I think it was cool returning to Briden's Hearth, seeing things slightly changed, and the place hasn't been decimated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The going to a ship and finding out that everybody there has been turned into giant funguses is a bummer.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, go investigate this. Everybody's a zombie. Weird mushroom zombie.
And then I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. Shit.
All right.
Oh, anyway, continue.
Yeah, so the box was confusing, I'll say that. Heading into the ship and then finding the box and then it going like, oh hey, you're confused now. Like, or you're fascinated. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it would have been more relevant if you tried to pick it up like while in like combat or something.
Yeah.
So since it wasn't in combat, it was kind of like, I guess I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not gonna say like. I'm just gonna say that what did I say? What you remember what I said when you got fascinated by it? What it was like.
You said I had like the urge I needed to. It was something with being an alchemist.
Yeah, it was like you feel like you like in your head there's like, oh, I have this idea to create this crazy alchemical thing. Like that's kind of, I mean, it's not really a clue. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a symptom of the box, I guess. I don't know how, I guess is how I would say it. Because it's obviously magical. It's a 5-pound box. Of course it's magical.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Which, if we could have that in real life, I want a 5-pound box that I can escape into.
Yeah.
It's just this massive home.
It's like, well, they had, when I was at my parents' house for Christmas, they had, I think it was the USA Network has been doing Harry Potter like 24/7. Like back to back to back to back.
Jesus.
And I just all those like tents that are like this wide, this
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's like a full like cabin inside of it. That's
Yeah.
what it makes me think of. Any final thoughts on the Patreon show, episodes 1 through 4?
Well, it's been a while since I've listened to them, so I'm not exactly refreshed on it.
Next time, go ahead and give it a full re-listen before we record this.
Yeah.
It's not good, so I'm not going to.
I mean, I think it's fun so far. It does kind of suck to only really record and release, I guess, once a month, but with time
Yeah.
constraints, But you're doing a good job, Kevin.
Oh
I think
man,
you're hard
you're
on
so
yourself,
kind.
but you're doing a good job.
I always feel like I'm doing a terrible job.
You're doing good.
All right, so did you both get to listen to Chris's thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
good. Then we can talk about it. So
I like that Kevin's like, Des probably didn't.
that's what I was thinking. For those spoiler alert for if you for some reason thought there wasn't anything after episode 4 was released, there's a big thing that Chris put together all on his own. We had not all on his own. We did some voice acting for it. But other than some voice acting that he wrote for us, for some voice lines, he basically did the whole thing. And you should go listen to it before you listen to us talk about it.
Let's also mention that if you don't know, like if they didn't listen to Ire, they're probably going to be.
If you started with Dead Sons and haven't listened to any of our Pathfinder stuff, you probably are going to be lost. So that you should probably go listen to the Ire of the Storm module that we played. It's 26 episodes or something like that.
Yeah. And if you don't want to hear this spoiler, Kevin will flash you when it's time to come back and listen. We need some kind of visual.
Well, I should have. Hold on.
He'll do the wave.
Do you have the stream up by any chance?
No, I do not.
Okay, good.
I don't like that he said good. Oh God. What's happening?
It's gone.
The stream?
No, what the hell is happening? Why is it upside down now? Okay, there we go. How do you do an out? Oh, there it is. Outline, select color, black. There we go. Spoiler. I wrote spoilers for Chris's thing. All right, so we're gonna need to recap it. But what are your guys' thoughts on it? I thought it was great.
Yeah, we all like recorded our lines separate. So there was a line that I said that I was like, dang it, I wish I would have done that differently. But Chris was kind of keeping it like a surprise for everyone.
Yeah.
Which was fun. I think it was like really well edited and produced. Like the sound effects were really nice.
Yeah.
I wish we could do that for our normal stuff, but
Yeah,
he spent how many hours?
Yeah, there's just not enough time for that.
Yeah. He spent a ton of hours on that thing.
Yeah. I liked my bit. He picked I gave him a list of the jokes that I had from Ire, and he picked one. I'm like, if that's the one you pick, all right.
I was surprised to hear the F-bomb dropped so casually. I'm like, oh, okay.
I think I stole that from Brian
Posehn joke.
Yeah.
What? We can't be stealing people's content. Where's those originals?
I mean, there were some. That's the one he picked.
It was under parody.
Yeah, I guess.
It wasn't exactly his joke.
Yeah, because I think I changed it to the temple instead of wherever Brian was. Church. No, I don't remember. But yeah, I stole it from Brian Posehn because my character is largely based off of Brian Posehn.
Yeah.
What 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 do you think is going to be the? Do you think we're going to continue to do this kind of thing?
Like the side, the little like supplementary stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
I mean, that's largely going to come down to Chris. I told him that I basically need his help if I ever want to do any flashbacks, because I'm just bad at writing thoughts down and organizing them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that's like a strong suit for him. So
yeah, anytime I have a flashback for anything, I usually run it by him and tell him to proofread my shit. Like mine is like simple man's terms, like Razel does this and he like elegantly like puts it into a word. I'm like, or a sentence. And I'm like, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I mean, I think it's a treat for both us and the listeners once the project is complete. So I would like to see more of it.
So is Lucky dead?
Oh my God, I hope not.
I sure hope not. I'd be real upset with Chris if he just was like, "Hey, here's some like supplemental stuff for you guys, cause and then he kills me."
Also, Lucky's dead.
Yeah, I was talking to Alex about it. I was like, "Is this like?" I'm thinking it's a cliffhanger, but then at the end, when he mentioned someone was thinking about Lucky, I'm like, "Oh God." Why? Why are they thinking about Lucky?
Yeah. I'm just glad I'm not there to die.
You'll just die somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll die off screen. Classic Poe.
It's during like a comedy. It's during like a stand-up routine.
Someone throws a bottle at me and it stabs me in the neck and I lose.
Those flashbacks got real dark.
Yeah. So I was thinking that maybe we can turn this show into just a general recap show. If you guys want to talk about the more recent episodes of Dead Sons too. That'd be okay with you two? We won't talk about today's episode that went out, since this video will be going out to people tonight for the $10 and up, and then next week for $5 and up. Oh shit, someone's here. Do I need to leave for spoilers? Because I'm not caught up yet.
Uh-oh.
Spoilers for Chris's thing I can delete.
Yeah, I wonder if it's for Chris's or for Dead Son stuff.
Is that Cody? I can't tell.
Look at his squint.
I want to say it's Cody. Cody, how caught up are you? Yes. What episode of Dead Sons are you on, my dude? We already talked about the Patreon show, so you don't have to worry about that. I wonder how much delay there is.
Like a lot.
Really?
A full 3 minutes. We're just awkwardly waiting.
Let me check 1 minute. 1 minute? 1 minute. Okay.
Again.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to check 1 minute. I got to look up to see what happens in the last episode that he listened to so we can know.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, did you see the title for the episode that went out today?
Yes. I was like, oh no. I swear that's going to be a trending thing on Google for a while.
Hold on. Google
Are you looking it
Trends.
up?
Dave Matthews Poop Bus. Oh, when did we record that? It was up to 100 on November 15th.
No, I don't think that was ours.
It has gone steadily up since December 6th. I'm on 122 of Dead Sons. So the Dead Sons 122. You're in the middle of it? Oh, that's the or you finished 122. Yeah, every once in a while there's like a little blip on the radar of Dave Matthews Poop Bus.
People just randomly remember it and they're like, wait, was that real or a dream?
That's real.
He's living the dream.
So I think 122 was it was we just opened the Stellar Degenerator or the plane. We were gonna head towards back to the ship.
So that was after doggy daycare.
Doggy daycare?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to gun needed to go to doggy daycare.
Board the big ship. Okay. All right, so I remember Rats talking to Razel about the combat maneuvers, then everyone getting ready to board the big ship. Okay. So basically up until the end of book 5. Let's just talk about end of book 5. So also, Cody, if you have any questions, just shoot them in the chat and we'll answer them to the best of our ability.
I mean, they can be podcast or personal.
Yeah.
Like, let's get deep.
Glad you can make it.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think of book 5 as a whole?
Book 5 spanned from us reaching
The Gate of 12 Suns.
the Gate of 12 Suns all the way through us jumping
Opening
into
the portal or the plane.
Yeah. I'd say it was better than some of the books. But it still suffers a lot from just the fact that it's like, hey, you're here, go here.
Mm-hmm.
Retrieve a thing, come back. All right.
Very railroaded.
Yeah, it's just like point A to point B kind of mentality, whereas I think I like the illusion of choice more in role-playing games than what they provided in the Dead Sons book. It's like very straightforward railroading.
Yeah.
That's why I love like the Telltale games. It's like you could definitely tell there was different people working on them because some games will hide the fact that your choices are most of your choices actually only slightly change stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Walking Dead season 1 does a great job of disguising that a lot. That's why it won Game of the Year in 2012. But I'm not going to spoil Walking Dead from 8 years ago, but
Everyone dies.
Put that little
pretty much.
note up on the stream. Spoilers for Walking Dead 8 years ago.
The video game, not the not the show. Did book 6 bring up new Starship rules? Nope, no new Starship rules. Although there is a fan-made rules that we looked into, but we're probably not gonna have to deal with that.
Ever again.
Hopefully. I don't know if there's any Starship combats left in book 6.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
Well, it seems like there has been a like a pattern to all of the Starship stuff, wherein like, oh, it's the start of the book. Here's your inaugural Starship battle,
Yeah.
and then now you do a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly. And it's not like it's paced far enough away.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ, dogs! It's well. Plus, we're taking
They
longer.
can't hear.
We're taking longer to get to each book because we're recording for a podcast, obviously. But it's so paced out far away that every time we come back to it, it's like we have to read back up on the rules. And the rules themselves are kind of not fun most of the time.
I mean, when are rules really?
That's a good question. When are rules fun?
Tuesdays?
Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Man, I need to close this. I am so white.
You are.
There we go.
There you are.
I don't think the Starship Operations Manual changed any rules, did it? I don't.
So, I mean, the main thing that Chris shared with us was that they included criticals for all of the other
Right.
Starship roles.
True.
There's also a shit ton of cool new like enemies and stuff, but that doesn't help if the system's kind of lame. Oh wow, maybe this is what. Oh, I shouldn't say that. That's spoilers. Never mind. I will say that off air. But I don't think there's new rules to Starship combat, unfortunately. The only thing you can hope for is a better combat in whatever Starfinder 2 is. Unless they totally rewrite the combat. If they were going to rewrite it, it would have been in this book, and there's nothing about the first thing they have in the book is building starships. Probably the only cool thing about Starship combat is building.
Yeah, but like, when are we gonna be able to do that?
Not in this AP.
Yeah. Everything's like rush to get here, rush to get there.
Seemed like there were a lot of enemies not being able to get crit hit. Seemed really sad. Is it like that in Pathfinder as well? Oh no. I mean, there's still like in Starfinder the reason why people weren't being able. I think most of the ones that we weren't able to crit them was because they were amorphous, and that is a type. What's that? Is it a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a quality. No, that's not. What is the word I'm looking for? Amorphous Pathfinder.
He's white again.
I'm white. It is a defensive ability. It is in Pathfinder. But it's mainly stuff like oozes and stuff like that, you know?
So there's just a lot more chance of us coming across amorphous creatures in Starfinder.
it seemed like that was a way to mitigate damage, like in the AP, in this AP specifically. I don't know about when I look through the other books, like Amorphous isn't really
Mentioned.
I mean, it's mentioned, but it's not a common thing.
It does suck that, like, if we did roll a crit, we'd get all excited and then be like, oh, no, wait.
Normal damage. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bummer, for sure.
Yeah.
I just think that they wrote either they were worried about people in this AP getting too strong at that point, so they needed to get. I don't understand. Like,
I think
you're more
I think
likely
a
to
lot of
crit in Pathfinder because you can get 15 to 20 crits.
Mm-hmm. You think what?
I think that a lot of the rules just essence got simplified. And so instead of having like, oh, this monster specifically has this ability, they just grouped a lot more creatures together into, oh, now this thing just has undead traits. This thing has construct traits. Like,
Yeah.
it was mostly just a simplification of rules.
I do agree that they did a lot of simplifying. It was kind of like their it's almost like beta testing for Pathfinder 2nd edition is what Starfinder feels like, kind of.
Yeah.
Cuz from what little I played and what I've heard, Pathfinder 2nd edition seems to be a cross between 1st edition and D&D 5e. Oh, I forgot to close the poop bus.
I think I'm still waiting on those books. Are those the books I'm waiting on? I don't know.
What are you waiting on?
I think it was the, like, Pathfinder 2nd edition, or whatever the heck you just said. Because I had one of those humble bundle things.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got mine months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I like just got, I think, shipping confirmation like 2 weeks ago or something. And by the way, thank you, Josh Gamble. But I think it was on like back order or something, wasn't it? Because I don't think Alex got his either.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Cody, I feel like if you get a crit on something that is unaffected, you should get a roll bonus on the next round on landing on an attack, or maybe an attack bonus. Would that be too good? Yeah, I don't know. Like I'd like to think that the makers of the game know what they're doing, you know? Like, they've done the beta testing for it, and they've been playing it, and they know, like... I mean, obviously they don't know what they're doing, because since there's how many erratas to the Starfinder rulebook? Like, I don't know.
Maybe we should have like some kind of house rule where like maybe crits aren't something we can always get, but some kind of percentage.
Or on a crit, even if it is amorphous, you get to pull a card, but you do normal damage, that kind of thing. Although the cards have been shit.
I have not been happy with the criticals. Or the fumbles, for that matter.
A
lot of the fumbles are like
so bad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you missed the worst you could possibly do. Your attack hits and deals double damage.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How is that a fumble?
Yeah. I think we just recently came across another fumble that was like, how is that a fumble? I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, I think it was
last
recent,
episode.
wasn't it?
It was last episode. I just edited that last night.
Yeah. Those cards, they aren't great.
Yeah. That's kind of why I just did the D100 system for the Patreon show.
Yeah.
The fumbles are like critically bad ones, and the crit cards are honestly useless.
Most of the time they're useless, or they are like
a hindrance to
negligible effects.
Oh
like,
yeah, they don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Or hey, this works if they make a fortitude save, and we've been fighting undead things for half of the book.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to think. Episode 122. Guess. Man, that is so bright. I wish I could figure out how to make a dark mode for the website. But I tried once and I failed miserably.
Can't you just dim your screen a bit?
There's.
Can't you just dim your face a little bit?
Right?
There you go.
So let's see. Let's recap on what happened. Who's ordering stuff on my Amazon account? Damn it.
Me.
Let's see. We went back to Epsilon Station. I was a woman for a bit.
Thoughts on that, Kevin?
It was. I hated it, and it sucked.
I honestly feel like you should have embraced it and been like,
heard
you know
it
what?
here first, folks. Kevin hates women.
Yep.
Oh no.
Des, you're fired.
Oh, I wasn't getting paid anyway.
Let's see here. We had some disagreements on some cultist deaths. No big deal.
No big deal.
Got
Just a war crime.
Just trying to channel conversations here. I like the Patreon show. I feel like Chris is channeling Alex, and Alex is having to be really calm. Yeah. I see that. I see that. Let's see. Incorporeal creatures suck.
Yeah.
That's what I got to say about that. Let's see here.
Good points so far.
Funnel neck of the halls. What the fuck does that mean?
Are you trying to say deck the halls, but like differently? What did you just say?
I've been doing puns. So yeah, probably. That's probably where I got it.
Okay.
I think someone said funnel neck in the episode.
Oh.
And no one, I don't know.
Like an idiot.
I was going to say something. The dog. We got a dog.
We did.
His
And
name's
thank you to
Gun.
everyone who voted for the name.
Oh, I laughed so hard when I saw the poll and it was Gun. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I also kind of like that we reiterated the joke of how to pronounce gun with Ryan's character. Like, we've had a lot of pronunciation issues.
Yeah. We had a 3-part combat in starships. That was against the cultist. That was interesting. I'll be back. I'm going to figure out where I'm war.
Where I'm war.
I'm at in the show. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
And then we started off book 5 with the fight with that like robot guy, interloper. That basically is a summary of what happened. Hashtag save this party is the title of one of our episodes. Can we go over my great titles?
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay, here we go. Interloper the Rainbow. No. Potato the Line. Because we're from the potato ship?
I really feel like Kevin just wants us to stroke his ego, and I'm like, okay, this is all right, I guess.
I mean, Captain Critical Damage and the Damage Years.
I'm not like understanding half of these references.
I don't know what that is either. I just go on pungenerator.com and type in like stuff that happened in the episode and see if anything makes sense. And most of the oh, here we go. Halo Reach Around.
Oh no.
Let's get Eddie to Rumble. We were doing
All
like
right, I like that one.
Find the Crit. A Foot in the Blood Door. I don't.
Is that combined, or
think,
is that related to Find the Crit?
No, I think it's A Foot in the Door, but Chris in the episode had one of the cultists say the blood door. I'm pretty sure is what happened.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. I love this one. Gondor calls for shade. That was a good one. It's Lord of the Rings, Des.
I've watched Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you.
People are gonna like hate me for this, but honestly, I prefer The Hobbit.
Ew! Why?
I do.
It's so bad. Like it's so bad.
I knew it's unpopular opinion.
That's not even an opinion. That's fact.
I'm saying Hobbit being better
Oh my!
is the unpopular opinion.
That's why I'm getting there's the 4K remaster of the first trilogy is out. It's out now, but the extended versions comes out next summer. Getting that shit. The gang try not to commit war crimes. That's Always Sunny reference. The Young and the Reckless. The hair of the dog that guilt you. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I don't even remember making these titles.
That's obviously referencing Gun, and when we were like guilting Chris into bringing Gun back, right?
That's it. That's what it was. I think I put guilt in Pun Generator.
Oh.
That's probably what it was.
He said that he was gonna let us have him, didn't he? But
well, what he said was it would be kind of silly of me, or like he was like it. Now it's not gonna seem like I did this because I planned on it. It's gonna seem like I did it because you guilted me into it.
Let's see. Two wrongs make a fight. Last Dance Saloon. Oh, the Sean Connery guy. He kept on saying, "You wanna dance?" Yeah, he passed away right around the time. No, it was right after we recorded that episode. Let's go with Plan B. That's the one where we were like, "Okay, we're gonna open this door and do Weekend at Bernie's." Oh wait, there's a door over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we stay or should we go? Man, I feel like a woman.
I like that one.
Yeah. What a long, strange ship it's been. I don't know that reference. Too much time on my plans. We spent a lot of time making plans on that episode, if I recall correctly.
Sounds like.
I mean, that's not. Yeah. That's thematic.
Gear and Loathing in the Gate of 12 Suns. A quick change of plans. All your space chunks belong to us. And the Dave Matthews Band Poop Bus.
So what kind of pun was that?
Which one? The
Dave
Poop Bus?
Matthews.
Oh, that wasn't a pun. That's just what we talked about. I think there's a couple episodes where it's just like, oh yeah, that's what we talked about in the beginning.
The Man I Feel Like a Woman, we said like plenty of times in the episode, like this is the title.
Think as the episode ended, Ryan was singing it. Oh boy. All right. Now what do you want to talk about? Want to talk about anything else?
I think we covered a decent amount.
Yeah.
Not knowing specifically where Cody is, did he come back?
I do not see him. He hasn't commented. Do you want to give our
Wait,
patrons a look into the future, maybe? A quick peek into the future?
Do you have something in mind?
I mean, like I don't know, give a little tease on what's happening in the future.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we're gonna be able to meet in person again. I said eventually. Who knows when?
Yeah, who knows? Okay, he's back. I'm at the part where the Eoxian ships just swarmed the gate. Oh! Gotcha.
Oh.
You guys are using that as a distraction. So you met Kenny and Robbie?
Robbie. Kenneth and Robbie.
Kenneth and Robbie. That's right. Damn
He
it.
doesn't go by Kenny.
Kenneth. Well, Chris kept calling him Ken. It was confusing me. God, I love that bit where Robbie always sitting down. It's so funny.
I mean, I think we need to give Rat/Alex credit for helping us think of that.
I said it in the most recent episode. Command Undead might be the best spell in the game.
Right.
Definitely for Dead Sun.
For sure. God, the Zarantha bit. Tony. Who can forget Tony?
Nobody can forget Tony.
And his other
Chris
friend,
forgot.
Greg? Was that his name?
Did we give him a name?
I think
Greg sounds right.
That does sound right. It was like episode 60 something, I want to say. Okay, there's a bunch of Kish names, so I know that's book 4. The Greg and Tony Show. I don't know Kenny yet. What? I'm so confused.
What is... Yeah. I feel like...
Oh, I see where you're at. I understand now.
Do you?
Okay. Yeah. I farted. That was for you. What episode is that? Is Zarantha's episode 62. God, I wanted to make that into a clip for the Instagram, but it's like 10 minutes. There's like no way to like condense it down to make it make sense. I tried. Plus it like starts in the middle of 62 and goes into the beginning of 63.
Yeah. You know, speaking of Zarantha, I feel like it's about time to check in, you know, see how he's doing.
I mean, he did check in and tell us that he hated us now.
Did he?
Yeah.
He said he hated us?
We were about to leave Ishtamak, and we got a message from him.
Oh, why does he hate us?
Well, because he's an evil being at heart.
Well, like, we had a sleepover.
Where are we currently where you're listening? Are we in that what's the building, or are we in are back in our ship? Cody. Lord of the Adulterers, Fellowship of the Wife. I'm proud of that. I'm pretty proud of that one. Speaking of clips for Instagram, I made a TikTok for the podcast account. We got one guy to start listening.
Oh, yeah? So
yeah.
what are you posting on that?
I'm just posting clips that I already posted on Instagram.
Oh, I mean, I liked Alex's idea. I think you should start lip syncing to a lot of things, Kevin.
I don't do that.
Hold on. Agree.
There should definitely be one where Ryan lip syncs to "Man, I Feel Like a Woman."
There's one of the videos that we got like a crap ton of likes. Here it is, 95.
What?
We had 679 views on it. It was the one where Chris says, "You're the last ones on the ship," and then Alex is like, "We take the ship." That's pretty good.
Oh, what could have been had we just taken the Kava cutter? Brad's Hearth would be gone.
Still at the ship. Haven't left yet. Accidentally flipped towards the end, and there is an undead boss coming. I'm gonna be
really confused.
He's at the episode before we get in the ship.
Is this before or after we
made the plan. We head towards the ship, and then the episode ends, and then the next episode starts.
I thought we were mid-combat when the next episode starts. Am I crazy?
I don't know.
I'm so bad. My memory's bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cody.
So sorry if we spoiled things then.
Nah, it's fine. He doesn't know who Kenny is. You'll love him. Trust me.
Obviously, we're talking
Kenneth.
about Kenny Chesney.
God damn it! It's Kenneth.
Did you say... Oh.
Oh, yeah, because the description for 123 is the crew continue the fight.
That's super descriptive.
Which means we started the fight in 122. But the bit about him wanting to sit down is in 122. So.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I almost forgot to add our new patron to our website. I remembered though, as I was doing the Patreon outro last week.
Is that Renus or do we have?
Yes.
Okay.
What is where's my web browser?
In front of you.
It's so white.
He's just looking at a picture of himself.
So white.
Home. Let's go home, guys.
Okay.
We're at 7 patrons.
7. That's cray.
That's crazy. I was like, that's 7 more than I expected.
We, for real, thought it was going to take forever to get enough patrons to need the Patreon show.
100%.
And then we're like, oh, wait, we need to get going on that.
IPOS, the real guy over here, starting it off with $20 a month, like a crazy person. And I can't for the life of me get him to pick a tier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has no tier, so he gets none of the rewards.
What?
Yeah, he's just paying us $20 a month.
Oh my God.
I've sent him a message. I've emailed him. IPOS, if you're reading this, select a tier, my dude.
And thank you.
And thank you, yeah. He should have been one of the people who got the stickers, right? When we were doing that?
I think so.
So,
I mean, I have different stickers I can send if we ever get an address or something.
Bruh.
Thank you, girls. Hold on.
So now what?
Oh, you know.
I don't.
I mean, I feel like if we hit everything we needed to, we should end on some big grand meaning of life or something really inspirational.
All right, go for it.
Oh, I was thinking you could do it, Kevin.
No,
You're the most inspiring.
You're asking the wrong person. Actually, the first clip I posted on the TikTok was the cat video.
Oh, yeah.
Not that one. The one where you're like, "Is that a ghost?" And then I move away, and she is in there. It's
pretty good.
It's pretty funny.
Do people actually like understand the whole "oh, it's the cat" thing though? Because that was at like the very end of an episode.
Yeah,
I feel
bet most people have not listened to that part.
Yeah, so
let us know, Cody. Have you listened? Do you know anything? Do you know the cat bit where "oh, it's the cat"? That's what that sounds like.
Exactly. Perfect impression.
Oh, it's the cat. It is the cat. And yes, that cat skit was hilarious. See, some people listen to it all the way through.
Nice. MVP.
We haven't had a like after the episode like stinger in a long time.
Yeah, we gotta be more funny.
Yeah, can you be more funny? Do it right now.
Butts. I got a little bit of a chuckle.
Oh, I'm out for the night. You guys have a great night. Always enjoy the show. Are we playing Phasmo this Thursday? What's Thursday? What? I actually might be busy Thursday.
Thursday's Thursday. I think it's the 1st.
It's 31st.
No, 31st.
I am busy Thursday, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
He's celebrating the new year.
Actually, I am, but it's
what?
Yeah, it's Ultrawave and friends. We're gonna be doing a stream on his stream. Since he's on the West Coast, his idea was he would celebrate New Year's Eve with the East Coast guys and then stream all the way till his midnight.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's thinking. I think the idea was we're gonna play like Jackbox and stuff to start it off, and then maybe switch to Phasmophobia later on. But that would be after midnight our time.
Oh.
So if you're up for that, Cody, if you haven't left yet, it won't be till after midnight.
He's like, peace, I'm out.
I'm out. I know it's. I contemplated saying no, but then I said yes.
Okay then.
Mm-hmm. Because I hate my sleep schedule. It's true. I do. All right. So since Cody's leaving,
I say let's end on some big, high, inspirational quote, Kevin.
Hold on.
Let's do our that song and dance that we all planned on.
Oh, okay. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
The morning of August 8th, 2004, dawned cool and crisp in Chicago. It was the perfect day to take in the city's sights without being overwhelmed by its usual summertime heat and humidity. Tourists lined up for the Ferris wheel at Navy Pier, went shopping up and down the Magnificent Mile, boarded double-decker buses that would whisk them down Lakeshore Drive, and 120 sightseekers embarked on the Chicago Architecture Foundation River Cruise.
Oh, God. Okay.
As they reached the Kinsey Street Bridge, a graded drawbridge on the North Fork of the river, one of Dave Matthews Band's tour bus drivers emptied 800 pounds of human waste directly overhead. Poopgate, as the incident quickly came to be known as, remains a smirch on Chicago's otherwise storied music history.
And that's our stream, folks.
And we'll see you next time.
I knew immediately when he said Chicago.
Okay.